Listen, this is a rare occasion. So you have to make sure you enjoy this episode. It's a RIL and WILLS podcast, and we're actually in the same room. Can you imagine?
Same room.
Who knew we'd have a podcast where we actually sit in the same room as our guest and as one of the main people here. Get me? I'm gassed. I'm excited.
Yeah. Vidal's got that rich money now. He's got that teleporting machine.
We just jet around in economy. Squash, knees up, in the chair, everything. But, you know, we made it back. We made it back safe. That's all we can say. As you can see, we have a guest. A very special guest. Someone who has had a quick rise on the YouTube scene, the social media scene. And it is Els the Witch. How you been?
I'm good. I've been really good.
I've seen. You've been doing
I've
bits.
been working hard, you know, out here.
No, but you've always been working hard though, when you think of it.
True. You put in the graft and then eventually it happens.
No, but
you know
even like, how long have I known you now? For about
5 years, 4
years.
years.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
So me and Leon knew each other because you used to train me at Gym Box.
The gym.
Gym Box, Stratford, and Vidal worked there at the same time.
That's when you was like, out of shape.
I was in shape.
No, you was, I remember.
Then I fell off for a bit.
You know what's funny though, yeah? Because this is when I just started working in the gym, but I was training in the gym before. So when I was working in the gym, I just see Els Jesus used to be on her phone. She's on a machine that's on her phone.
That doesn't sound like her.
That's when you came up to me. I said you like,
yeah, she's on the phone. Yeah. And then...
I used to work hard.
But you had a blog, right?
Yeah, no, so I started a blog. Yeah. No, because Leon used to tell me to DJ.
Yeah,
so I used to be like, on Tuesdays, I was a hip-hop DJ, and I was like, oh, that's sick. And Leon was like, why don't you just start DJing? You know how he is. He was like, you've got to do something. Like, I'll give you 6 months. 6 months, 12 months.
I'll just give her pressure. Give me this, give that.
Do this.
Yeah, so then I started the blog, I think, around the same time. And then I tried to do like a little YouTube video of you training me, but I was so bad because I couldn't edit. And I didn't have YouTube, so I was just like, it was the worst video ever. But
no, it's alright.
Yeah. It looks, to me anyway, that you found where you belong. Like, you found what's good for you, what works for you.
Yeah,
I've seen you like go from strength to strength. But, okay, so we were talking a little bit about before YouTube in terms of how you know Leon. But before that, let's say, give us a little background story on Els the Witch. How you realised, you know what, I do want to do something that is in the camera, or I do want to be a part of, you know, the whole social media thing. How you can make that work to your advantage. How did that thought come about?
I used to work like in IT, so I worked in an office. I think it was around the same time.
Oh yeah, you built your computer. I seen that.
So
I saw that.
I can do I used to do coding and so I've forgotten it all now. But like I used to do coding. I used to work for IBM basically.
So you can do deets.
No.
That's where the ends come out of you, you know.
I heard the one that used to do IT, and then I'm like, I'm inquiring on behalf. Anyway, yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I used to do that, and then I just hated it. So I was
Say
you're not.
That's
Trying
funny.
to be serious, you know.
Sorry, alright, go on.
Yeah, so and then I was just like, do you know what? I don't want to be here. And I knew like I just have loads of opinions in life. So I used to basically just like do loads of Instagram stories complaining about anything.
Oh yeah,
and I would just like I'll be like, someone breathed today on the train and it pissed me off. And like, so I basically used to do that. And then I got offered to do a radio show because the owner of Rinse FM basically followed me and he was like, you're like really good at talking. So he was like, do you want your own show? And I was like, well, I've never presented before in my life, so like, might as well try it and see what happens. So I got that, and then I literally just quit my job because I was like, you know what, I'll take a leap of faith, see what happens. And then I spent about 4 months trying to do up influencer like fashion, like use my discount code, and I hated it. Honestly, it was the worst thing ever. It's not for everyone, definitely wasn't for me. And then I was like, what do I love? And I've always liked gaming, like since I was really young, loved gaming. And then I literally Googled, I was like, oh, top female gamers, and then a few came up. And I was just like, do you know what? I could try this. Because there's back then, this was like 2 years ago now, there's obviously like the main sort of big female gamers. Yeah. but there's not one that's like commercial and does like presenting as well. So I was like, okay, let me try and do presenting and gaming. So built my computer, taught myself to edit, and then just launched it all.
So you, if you introduce yourself to somebody, would you say you're a gamer, or would you like what do you say? Because you do quite a few things. So how would you introduce yourself if someone said, "What do you do?" What would you say?
I say I play video games on YouTube.
So gaming really, that is your passion, because that's the first thing you go to.
I say I play video games on YouTube, and then everyone laughs and thinks it's like not serious. I'm like, no, I actually do that. And then I say I present as well, so Premier League, BBC, things like that.
How do you find it presenting the Premier League?
It's fun. I think obviously like I don't know like the most about football, but I'm learning. I'm getting there. But my thing is I just get on with people. So whereas someone could know everything about football, when they get in front of a footballer, they might not be able to talk, or like they get nervous or whatever. So I'm like the person that can kind of talk to the footballers like they're actually normal people, and like just have like banter with them.
So who do you support? Norwich?
No, I'm from Norwich. I don't support anyone, but if you made me, and everyone gets really annoyed when I say this, but it would be Man City. Because I used to live in Manchester, so that's...
Okay,
I
fair
didn't
enough.
just magic it out of nowhere.
That
I lived in
can run.
Manchester for 4 years, and I've picked Man City over Man United, but I don't really support anyone.
Okay,
I like to be like impartial.
Hey, no, it's funny though. See, when I first met you, I thought you was from Essex.
Essex?
I just assumed she was from Essex.
You gave her the Towie label.
When she told me that she listens to gangster rap and
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. I actually wrote that down because that's the first thing. That was the first thing I think that caught my attention from Els was her music selection.
And she knows her music.
Yeah,
she
I
knows,
was like,
she doesn't
hold
know
on, how you know that?
No, she's official. She's official. She knows her.
That's the first thing that actually caught my attention was your music selection. I was like, nah, okay. But we're gonna chat about that. We're gonna ask you some questions as well, put you on the spot.
Okay.
But so you made the YouTube channel. When did you make your YouTube channel?
I launched it towards the end of December 2018. So.
Oh wow, you done it. Oh, same year. That's the same year I done mine.
Yeah,
I didn't realize you done it that.
I think you started. Do you remember when you took? This was before I started YouTube, and JJ's fight premiere.
Can't lose.
Can't lose.
Yeah.
And you took me because I was like, oh Leon, like I'm thinking about like doing YouTube. I didn't know anything, so obviously I knew you knew them lot.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, like, and then he was like, come with me. So I went to that, knew absolutely no one.
Leon's a little plug over there.
I speak things into existence. I knew she was gonna be big on YouTube. I knew my mum was gonna get signed to Mayweather, but I speak things into existence. I see things. I know talent. So A&Rs, holler at me.
No, for real, you did say that. You said you get signed. You said you get signed.
Yeah, you know, you can see, innit?
No, proper. Leon's a plug right now. He's connecting everyone. So you started in December 2018.
Yeah.
And when is it that you started to really see things pick up to the level that you wanted? Because we know how YouTube is. A lot of people take it for granted.
Yeah.
We're fortunate to be associated with big names that accelerate us a lot quicker than the average person.
Mm-hmm.
But when is it that you were first happy with your views and your video without anyone featured in it? When was that time? When did that?
I think it was, so I did the Sims video with KSI.
Yeah.
And that was like, it was doing all right, like it was doing fine. And then one day suddenly, I think it just started getting recommended. And then obviously I got subscribers from that. So I think from that point, I started getting more views. So you just put it out and you're like, oh, okay, that's like doing really well. And then from then it was just gradual going up and up. And then obviously in February of this year, I did the Sidemen Tinder, and then that kind of just made, and it was just from then that kind of just, it went from going gradual, it just went up.
That's,
and up.
you know how they, you know how the Sidemen
become open.
Yeah.
No, man, you ain't got me on the video. On the Sidemen Sunday, me and you are waiting for our Sidemen Sunday. But okay, so after the Sidemen Tinder, that's when it went.
But for me, I'm like, I kind of, when I started YouTube, I was like, it might work, it might not, but like it's just something fun to do anyway. But I never thought that the presenting stuff would happen alongside of it, because obviously when you do YouTube, it's like literally having your CV for like presenting. So like I started doing like I did presented at the FIFA E World Cup, and then I went to LA, and then just different things.
We saw you in LA, right? As well.
Yeah, so
that was
in
good.
November for the fight
in
in LA. So just little things like that, like taking off alongside. even though my channel may not have been growing really quickly, like I felt like I was doing really well anyway because I was doing all this other stuff outside of YouTube. So yeah, I'm just trying to.
That's good. So you've been able to travel. You've been able to get some banging views in there. So you're living life. Premier League, Man City supporter, and that. So you're doing more. This is good to see though. As I said, but I'm seeing you from the gym, and then now it's like your progression has been is definitely spiked there. Yeah. And then we done the video with the makeup.
That was
boxing
funny.
And all that, which was
the box.
Yeah. That was a good video, and I think how many subs were you on at that time? It wasn't.
I was on 3,000. No, I was on less than 3, and when we did that, it made them go up a little bit because I'd literally been doing it for like a month or so when we done that video. So that was like my first boost when we did a review, and then it went up.
Come on, that's it.
You kick-started it. Vidal was the first person, literally. You were the first like big person that was like, yeah, let's collab.
Bro, I'm not big.
They have the channel, yeah. Look at the streets, boy!
So what? Listen, we gave you your credit, bro. It was my time, you know.
Your comments been good though. Especially like you can see the development in your editing and stuff. Like when you watch your journey, like you can see like you edit your own stuff.
It's true.
And that's a lot of work.
Do you think I've changed as a person since the gym?
No.
Why did you have to pause?
No.
I heard that.
No, I know because when Leon used to train me, I feel like I'm the worst person to train because you give me something to do, I'm literally there and I'm like, stop it, like.
See that when she doesn't want to do something, she won't do it. And it's hard. Like
and he's like, keep going. You know that motivation. Normal people that would motivate, and for me, I would stop and be like, can you shut up? Stop telling me to do more. I was actually probably.
Your hard work.
I'm sorry.
Your hard work still.
But you know, sometimes that's how it goes.
Yeah.
You know, the hard work, but then you got the talent, you got the rest of it, and you got the results. So
true.
It's all good. Something I was looking at earlier today, which is actually a bigger deal than I think people are going to give credit for, but the Keeping Up with the Kardashians is ending.
Oh my god, I'm heartbroken.
After how many years?
14
years.
What, they've been rolling for 14 years?
14 years.
And it's ending next year, January 2021.
Oh yeah, when I think about it, that's when Kylie was the other girl.
Kylie was
she was the other person.
Kylie was the other person. Listen, when you come to watch this podcast, just understand something. Yeah, that's Leon's views. Isn't it?
That's Leon's views.
That's my views. It's mine only.
And I agree with him, innit? I ain't gonna leave him hanging on this one. I agree with him, but we just say things, innit? But you get me. That's just how it goes. But that show is ending after 14 years.
They've rated it. Well done.
And talk about making the most of a situation, because even Bruce has changed. So Caitlyn, sorry. So this whole journey is mad because of how they influenced the world in the last 14 years. How would you say? Do you think the Kardashians have had an influence on you in your life? Do you think?
100%. I feel like because I used to watch it when I was 16, 17, 18.
Oh yeah, that's a crucial.
And this was a time where they were all quite like young still, so they would be doing like Kim and Courtney Take Miami, and they would get so drunk, and like it was actually like more fun.
Yeah.
So I remember when I was like 17, 18, they had like their hair a certain way, and I'd want to curl my hair like those ways. But I think I was a bit older when obviously Kylie started getting like looking different. So I was just like, oh, whatever, like it wouldn't influence me. But imagine what it's like if you're like a 12, 13, 14-year-old girl and you've seen this girl, Kylie, go from like being sort of straight body, like completely different face to like that. Completely different.
You thought in that suit and that.
Yeah.
Wait, whose idea was it to do a podcast?
Yeah.
It's the background.
A new Fortnite suit. But basically, in a nutshell, for the gamers out there, we're just trying to be relatable to them.
Yeah, it's true. I think it would influence you to probably maybe like change the way you look. I think anyone can do anything with their own body.
Of course.
But I think it's a subconscious thing for some people, conscious thing for others. But the way they boosted everything, especially social media wise, is mad.
Yeah.
In and this is another thing I was thinking. You think in school, in like curriculum, in like say 20 years, 30 years, you think social media will be a topic? Like
Has
Has
PSHE.
to be.
Like, you know how we used to do PSHE and all that?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be?
PSHE.
Do you think it would be like one of those side lessons, or you could study it?
They'll have to.
They'll add it in.
They'll have to add it in. Soon there'll probably be like a mental health. PSHE will be like a mental health subject once a week probably, and after add social media into it.
I think they have to, because it's become a way of life.
Of course.
It's become a way of life, how to control what you're saying, how to, when to post and all that. Because people are doing, these jobs didn't exist like 10 years ago. People saying, oh, I've got this guy that manages my Instagram account and posts this and does that. I'm like, and all of that, I think, Kardashians play
I think as well, because in 20 years, people that have grown up with social media will be older. And then we'll actually learn like how it's developed. Because I think right now, obviously, there's a generational gap between like us lot, we kind of had social media but not at the same time. Like I knew life before social media. But nowadays no one does, so it's completely different.
So when did you first get on social media? What was the first social media?
MySpace
was
Bebo and MySpace.
What about
MSN?
MSN?
Oh yeah,
okay.
MSN, yeah.
See, like back in the day, see me, I'm old.
Do you have a hotel?
Huh?
I never used it, but I did have it.
Black chat. Like, it used to be like chat rooms. What? Like back in the day, it was chat rooms. Chat rooms, bam. You ask, talk to girls, where are you from? Boom, you're 14 and that.
Black chat?
Yeah, black chat. I think it was called black chat. I'm sure it was called black chat.
I wasn't allowed on chat rooms.
Yeah, chat rooms back in the day. Then it was MSN. MSN was crazy. Then BlackBerry Messenger.
BBM.
Yeah, BBM. Yeah. I think it was that.
I had a hotel and you had like your little character.
Yeah, you walk around.
BBM. MySpace, I didn't really jump on MySpace.
BBM was big.
MySpace was more like for the music.
BBM was mad.
Yeah, BBM was crazy.
I was like, give me a BBM pen.
Yeah, a pin. You don't ask, now you ask for the Insta and the Twitter or the Snap. I don't even have Snap. But
neither do I.
That back in the day, what is your pin? And then in the recent updates, you see what people are listening to.
Yeah.
I used to listen to songs that I think my crush would like. So this was like so I was like, I knew if I fancied a boy and he was online, I would listen to a song he liked. So then he might talk to me.
Signals.
Signals.
Listen, he passed the ball, now you have to finish your goal. That's how it goes. Yeah. But now recent updates, I used to bang that. Hey, BlackBerry, and you have your categories, your groups and all that, main friends, wasteman friends.
How long do you guys think Instagram's gonna last?
It's gonna go. It's Facebook owned, isn't it? So
they keep reinventing, buying
that's true.
things. Now they're doing
RILs.
Because
they see TikTok.
TikTok, they do copy and paste.
They go, TikTok, we'll do
They're
RILs.
smart.
Facebook, as I said, it's Facebook owned, so it's always gonna be up to date. Yeah. It's never gonna run out.
I feel like YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram are gonna be around.
For a minute. Especially YouTube's here. Twitter is a it's like a completely different market to Instagram almost.
Yeah, it's different.
Twitter's my favourite app.
Because you can
get the first memes originate on Twitter, and then like 3 days later they move over to Instagram.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
I've got Twitter. No, but I don't even really go on it. Yeah.
No, Twitter is good because it's easy to use. It's quick to use. With Instagram, you kind of plan your post because it's there. It's like a picture that
it's more pressure.
Yeah. Whereas Twitter, we could be like about to record a podcast and it's calm. You know, you can just talk on it. But
and also on Twitter, your post could blow. It means like getting hundreds of thousands likes. No one cares who you are. Like no one's gonna follow you because your post blows.
Yeah, like you can have like 500 followers, but you get like 30,000 retweets. No one's gonna really start following your account because of that tweet. But your tweet bang. For that moment, you had your moment. You had your moment.
People try it though. They'll like tweet, and then if it blows, there'll be anything for like follow this, follow
that.
People
are like, we don't know you like, we don't know you like that, big man. You had one good tweet. Yeah, don't start asking me to follow your life. But it happens.
Yeah.
All right, juicy topic. Next topic. Right. Yeah, consoles. I understand that you're a gamer, and you know about your gaming. So I thought it's only right we ask you. What is your favourite console of all time?
PlayStation 2.
PS2.
PS2, 100%. Because there's so many games on it.
What was your first console?
PS1.
Okay.
When I was 8. But the first console I ever played was Sega Mega Drive. And that was at my auntie's. I played Sonic.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it was Nintendo 64.
Yeah, 64 was the first I played. But PS1 was my first console.
My first console was a Master System.
What?
Super,
he made me Google twice. He made me Google twice in one episode. What's it? Sega
Master System. Right. 2. Sega Master System 2.
So was this before Mega Drive?
This was, the console
one
before,
before
Sega's
Mega
console
Drive.
before Mega Drive. And we bought it from Argos in Dalston. Just off Ridley Market.
You
Some people used to go Ridley Market.
And shout out Ridley Market,
Trust
for
me.
real. No,
Trust me.
My mum used to have me doing
Cold shit.
errands in Ridley
So
Market.
how big was the console? Like the
We're about to see.
The cartridges were same as the N64.
Yeah, grab yourself one
Yeah.
of these. Grab yourself one of these.
It,
Oh, I know,
yeah,
I've
that one,
seen them.
Master System 2.
You see them in like the retro
Used to come with
stores.
Alex the Kid, built in.
That thing.
Built-in game.
Oh, built in. So
Built-in.
You don't add nothing.
They had a built-in game.
Okay, what asteroids in that?
No, actually, that's not bad. That's not me. That was my error. But yeah, N64 was the best. Was my favorite for my era. Because
Nintendo 64 is still one of
multiplayer,
my
yeah.
favorites.
Especially that
Mario
game.
Kart,
GoldenEye,
GoldenEye, Mario
Odd Job,
Kart.
you know. And then a golden gun. What?
Yeah.
Golden gun.
That was like the glitch, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was a
The
glitch. Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, playing Super Mario Kart on a 64 when it came out was crazy.
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 for me.
PlayStation 2 is the best one ever.
100%.
What game though? What?
Like
GTA?
San
the
Andreas.
Fight Nights and that. That's when
Need
Knockout
for Speed,
Kings.
yeah.
All of
You
that.
have all of them.
I was surprised the other
Getaway
day,
Black
yeah.
Monday, all
Getaway Black Monday. When you mentioned that, for
It's one of
wow,
my favourite
Yeah.
games
you're a
ever.
G.
That's a
game
proper
was
game.
my favourite
That's a
game.
proper
Going around
game.
London.
One of my favourite
Yeah.
games.
Now,
Was it Hammond, isn't it? Hammond. Mark Hammond was his name?
I can't remember his name.
Yeah,
Hammond or
I
something
forgot
like
his name.
that.
I forgot his
Yeah.
name. But that console, I feel, changed gaming. The
100%.
first Xbox didn't. The first Xbox wasn't the one. It was
Xbox
Xbox
360,
360 that
yeah.
had its reputation, but the first Xbox just had that midnight club and
Yeah, it was
like,
trash.
no one's
Halo
really
was
trying
really-
to Halo.
Yeah.
No one's really trying to play it like that. But PS2, all the games on there, all the FIFAs, Pro Evolution, the boxing games, everything.
Yeah.
That was
Speed.
like GTA.
Tony Hawk Underground. too.
San Andreas,
San
arguably.
Andreas, Vice City.
Yeah, San Andreas was, yeah.
Arguably best game ever. It's PS2 for me.
PS2, 100%. I didn't even have PS3. I went PS1, PS2, Xbox 360,
360, same.
PS4.
That's a real G there.
And
Man had the
Copy
PS3.
this. Yeah, the
Call of Duty
PS3.
on PS3.
Well, best Call of Duty of all time.
Oh, Modern Warfare 2.
Two.
What do you think?
First one. First one. The first Modern
What
Warfare.
about the latest ones?
What's
Modern
wait?
Warfare?
Modern Warfare.
That's the
What's
first.
one with had the airport in?
I think that's. What's 1 or 2? You know. That's 1 or 2.
Airport scene. Whatever one it is.
That's the best
Yeah,
one.
that's the best one.
Comment below what the best Call of Duty is of all time. That's before I used to get dizzy. Now I can't play it.
I
get
can't
dizzy.
play them. I get dizzy.
Yeah,
I'm the same
yeah,
with
guns.
first-person
Like I don't
shooters.
understand how people do it. You know, like that. Because when you play online, it don't even look real.
I just don't play because I stay up all night.
It
and hear the
makes me
birds
feel
chirping.
sick. I feel sick.
I do that anyway.
That's why I don't play.
Like, it would be worse if I played that.
I get addicted a bit too much.
No. I'm NBA 2K.
2K is that
I'm
your game?
quite
right
good
now?
at it now.
Listen, don't start
See
saying
me.
that.
The
People
last
be
time I was
winning.
playing NBA was when they did. He's on fire.
Oh,
Who was that?
Well, that's
That's
NBA. That might be NBA Street.
No,
NBA
before.
was PS2.
Yeah, before that, mate.
NBA
He's
Jam.
on fire.
NBA Jam, it might be.
Yeah, NBA Jam. I think it was that.
Yeah, NBA
That
Jam. That's
time,
good.
but yeah.
Yeah, what do you think of 2K? The new one, 21. 2K.
I like it. I'm getting used to the shooting still though. 'Cause they
Oh,
changed the
they
shooting.
changed the bar,
I
yeah.
I don't shoot with square. I shoot with the right analog, and they
analog.
changed it to square. So I'm like, oh. So I'm just
So,
getting
you,
used to it.
you play the career mode and all that? Or you
No,
just play-
I've just started.
Oh, you just started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just-
What's your
Yeah,
favorite
right.
basketball team again?
Pelicans, New Orleans.
Why?
My dad used to live there, and he used to bring back all the New Orleans stuff for me.
Okay.
When Chris Paul played for them, they were Hornets at the time, so I got my
Hornets,
Hornets
yeah.
jersey.
Okay, you know what?
Okay.
Fair. If there's a reason,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if there's a reason, we can accept it. If there's no reason, it's just like why?
See the thing with basketball.
Why would I pick them though? Because they haven't done that well this season.
No,
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, exactly. No, you.
With
that's
basketball for the players, not
not
teams.
the teams. Yeah.
That's what my friend does as well. He just follows.
Yeah.
Who's the one that
Who,
plays in the
LeBron?
Rockets? No,
Oh.
the,
Russell.
No, the other one.
James
James
Harden.
Harden. He follows
Harden,
him
yeah.
around. He just
Yeah.
goes wherever he goes.
Yeah.
I like the trail.
He just goes wherever he goes.
Nah, that's like for me. It's quite like I support the Spurs, but only because I support Spurs, the football team. That's my reason.
Okay.
So if I support the football team, I say, you know what, I'll take the basketball team.
Yeah.
Just so happen they actually are a good team. And Kawhi Leonard is like one of my favorite players, but he's moved in and he left time ago. So yeah, it's kind of peak. And the Spurs didn't make the playoffs for the first time since like 1998 or something this year. So, but it was still there. We're still supporting. Still got my jersey. All right. Now we're gonna get into the music. All right.
Yeah,
we mentioned
ready.
earlier, Els has quality taste in music.
Elite.
Yeah,
Something
and that's
like
rare these days because there's not a lot of quality.
You said
music.
elite.
I got elite music taste.
We'll see after this conversation.
No, I don't know.
I said, I don't know. Now I can give her elite because she listens to some quality music like Outkast and that.
You listen to Bashman.
No, because I knew you were going to bring this up.
Wait, no. Let me just say this. Let me say this right now on camera. Leon Wills, yeah, if you don't listen to Vybz Kartel, you won't be an elite music listener to this guy here.
Yeah, that's what I'm
if you don't
saying.
listen to Vybz Kartel, he will not look at you as an elite music ear.
I don't mind Vybz
Okay.
Kartel.
Yeah.
No one, but you can't mind him. You can't say you don't mind him. You have to rate him.
No, I rate it.
Yeah.
I just don't listen
You
to
will listen to
much
yeah.
other
Of
Bashman.
course.
I hear
Of
you.
course
No,
not.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, so here we go. Top 5 rappers of all time.
Rappers.
Rappers.
Is this just lyrical, or do you
This
factor
is.
in
It doesn't
anything
matter
else?
why you put them there,
Okay.
but you put them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care who it is.
Okay.
Well, I do care.
Snoop Dogg.
Okay. Oh yeah, and provide a little reason.
Snoop Dogg, because Doggy Style is like one of the best albums ever made.
Okay.
And also he's been around for 30 years nearly, and he's still relevant, and he's just like an all-round guy. Do you know what I mean?
Fair. Okay.
Dr. Dre.
This is not in no particular order.
There's no particular order.
Okay.
I can't think of an order. Dr. Dre. He's the best producer probably ever in rap, give or take maybe Pharrell and Timbaland, but like Dr. Dre. Because his The Chronic,
Yeah,
phenomenal.
he done it himself,
2001,
yeah.
phenomenal. Cool. Dr. Dre is just sick. Eminem, because he's one of the best lyricists to ever live in this whole world, but you just
That's a
ignore
fact.
his part, like the past 4 albums, they don't count.
I heard his last one was good. I heard the last one banged.
Not the same.
Was it not good?
It's
I heard
just,
it was-
I don't think people listen to rap the same way as they used to, so they don't appreciate that he can rap really fast. I feel like he just raps really fast now to show that he can do that. Anyway, Eminem has to go in there. What am I on 3?
Yeah.
2 more. Kanye West, his albums, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of my favourite albums ever.
Big album.
Yeah.
Big album. Shout
And he's
out
just,
Kanye.
like, as a producer, he's really good.
Hold tight, Kanye, shout me.
Come on, Kanye. You said he's not running for president, he's walking.
He's walking.
Shout out
So-
Kanye every time.
I don't know about number 5. It's like, there's a few though. Nas, Kendrick Lamar.
No. We just need one.
Yeah, you can't just
Kendrick
share
Lamar.
first place.
Okay.
Because I love him.
Sound a lot of West Coast to me, man.
Yeah, the lot of West
Yeah.
Coast
A
too.
lot of West
The
Coast.
East Coast got
I
dismissed.
love, I love Biggie. Like, I love Biggie.
Oh, you love Biggie?
I prefer Biggie's too.
Yeah, same. But your whole top 5 is West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fair play.
So do you know what? As well, I love 50 Cent and G-Unit. This is why Dr. Dre's in my top 5. Or just like
See
top.
who's
Because he
worked with,
originated Dr. Dre. You get Snoop Dogg, Eminem, 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, it's true.
Sorry.
No, you know what? Yeah, you have a point there. He's the doctor. That's Dr. Dre.
Also, did you see? Because obviously Dr. Dre's getting divorced. Have you
Wow.
seen what his
2 million. What? 2 million a month? Was it 2
2
million a
million a
month?
month.
Listen, she
She
said
wants 20 grand for a phone bill. What are
20k
you
for a
buying?
phone bill. She said
Emails.
She said-
internet.
900,000 for entertainment.
Wait, listen. I want to know what type of entertainment.
Yeah,
Let me
what
entertain you.
What
For-
you
Give
doing?
me
For
50
900
racks.
bags.
Let me. I will entertain you.
Listen, cheaper than that. Listen, Leo's on 50, but I'll go 35.
I'll take 20.
Listen, we mean price
I'll
is
fly
right.
to LA.
The price is right
for you.
Oh my.
She wants She wants
In
100,
entertainment, bro.
135k for clothes every month. What are you buying?
Listen, yeah.
In a lockdown, where are you going?
Drip.
You're not going anywhere. You're in a lockdown.
See these
Jewelry, innit? Jewelries and ice. That's what she's going to be
It's
looking
mad.
icy with that money.
Do you know what?
mil.
Do you know what? It's because she didn't sign a prenup, and she's basically
Yeah,
just
she's
trying
trying
to
to
take
raise the
them
world.
out. Would you, if you got married, would you sign a prenup? now?
Yes.
I'm like, I would sign one just because like you see what happens.
We want
with that.
prenup.
We want prenup. Yeah. No, I think a lot of people go, a bit extreme with the prenup thing.
Yeah.
Because all it is just a safety net. A lot of people believe prenup means if I leave this woman, she's gonna get nothing. It's not. It's an agreement.
Yeah.
If you leave, we separate. This is what you can have. This is
Yeah.
what I'll take. It can really be peaceful if people are on the same page. But I feel like it gets the reputation, I'm going to leave everything and you
I
can't
think
get
you're a gold
anything.
digger.
Yeah.
Sign this.
Where it's not that. Where
It's not.
if we
Yeah, it's
agree,
true.
look, if we break up, you can get 200 bags a month. and
I think the terms should be
like,
if you're gonna do a prenup, the terms should be agreed beforehand.
way
That's
before.
it. This is our lifestyle, whatnot.
This is what I
I'll
had
give you
before
25%
you,
of my or 30% of my
Yeah.
monthly wage, whatnot, blah blah blah.
Like Jeff Bezos' wife. Now she's the richest woman in the world.
Yeah.
No, but she was with him from before
time.
anything, so
Yeah.
I think that's fine. If you marry
30,
someone who's already
33,
rich,
how much? 33 billion.
Yeah. She just got.
she's the richest woman in the world now.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to her.
But she was there.
it's early, yeah. She was
Because you
invested
can
from
argue that
early.
she
But-
helped contribute. To
So, what is her occupation? What's her job? What does she actually do? Does she do anything?
Most of
She
people
said
that's
that's
like
I'm
come
assuming
philanthropist.
she's
Yeah. You know them positions, yeah. They're just philanthropists.
Yeah.
That's what they do because they live in. What do you really need to be doing when your husband's Jeff Bezos? What you need to be doing?
It's true.
If Jeff Bezos was even my brethren, I wouldn't be doing nothing. Yeah, I'd be getting punched up in my face when I know that I can. Amazon orders are going like this every second worldwide. Alright, Lee, top 5 rappers.
My top 5. I've
Yeah.
done this before though.
Yeah, but I didn't make it. Remember, we didn't use
Oh, did we use it?
Oh yeah, we didn't use it. We didn't use it, bro. This is new. I've
Okay.
never asked for this before. Go.
Not in any order.
Yeah.
Big L,
Yes.
one of my favorite lyricists from Harlem.
Come on.
Kanye West,
Okay.
definitely up there.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Wayne during his
before.
the Carter 2.
Carter 3.
Carter
Up
2.
to the Carter 3.
Yeah, up to the Carter 3. So
You
all
know
the
like the Carter
mixtapes.
4?
Nah, it sort of fell off for me then.
There's a few songs.
The prefix, the suffix, the dedication.
Okay. Yeah, okay. All the
All
dedications.
the all the dedication.
Dedication 4
So,
was my one.
so that's Kendrick Lamar,
Kendrick.
Cold.
King
I can
Kendrick.
just close my eyes and visualize the words he's saying in
For
his
real,
raps.
clear as hell.
Clear,
Clear.
painting pictures. So for me, you need to be able to be a storyteller. For me to rate you, you have to be able to tell a story.
Tell the story. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Number 5.
So you got Kendrick, Big L, Kanye,
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, and one more.
Yeah, Cartel. Vibes Cartel.
You gonna dash him as a rapper?
He's a lyricist.
dabbles.
He does everything.
He does.
Rap,
Can do
sing.
everything.
I guess so.
He does everything.
Yeah, alright.
He does-
Fair,
yeah,
fair,
can't tell.
fair. He got
Definitely.
buzz. He does have buzz. I think my top 5, as it stands, is Biggie, Kendrick. They're a group, but Outkast. I put Outkast in there.
It's true, but they do count as two people.
They count as 2 people, but
They're both
that's it.
insane.
you know they're in sync. You know what I mean? They're the same.
Yeah.
They're the same. I'll put Outkast as a group in there. I'll put Young Thug in there as well.
Fuck's cold.
Because he changed music forever.
No, Lil Wayne changed music.
Nah.
If there was no
he
Lil
does
Wayne,
he stems
there
off. He does stem off Lil
Yeah,
Wayne.
if there was no Lil Wayne, there wouldn't
he
be
does.
Young Thug.
He does, but everyone stems off somewhere.
That's
you know
true.
What I'm
It's
saying?
true.
But when it comes to the actual sound of music that we hear predominantly in rap, it's like Young Thug, like Future, like Young Thug.
Young Thug, Future,
Young
Gucci
Thug,
Mane, they all come from
But I
Gucci
give
Mane.
it to Young Thug because I've heard him rap on anything. I've heard him jump on anything. He can do an album with Chris Brown, then he can do an album with this guy, then he can do the Havana song and stuff. Like he fits on anything.
Yeah.
So I'll put Young Thug in there, but he won't get his credit until
He's a goat.
later on. And who have I said so far? So I said Outkast, Biggie, Kendrick, Young Thug, 50 Cent.
I love 50.
Because 50,
50's cold.
he
ran his era.
He's sick.
yeah, around when 50 was the guy, I'm a kid that watching him thinking he is the guy.
The G Unit album is one of my favorites.
And he's not a great rapper, but you connect with him. When he had a lot of presence on the track, like Hustler's Ambition, Many Men, you know what I mean? These sort
What's
of
your
songs.
favorite 50 album?
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Okay, do you think Get Rich or Die Trying is better than the Games documentary? I had this argument the other day. The Game documentary.
I'd have to
Classic.
listen, you know. I'd have to listen again. I can't even make that decision on the spot. But Get Rich or Die Trying is
I
classic.
would pick Get Rich or Die
Die
Trying.
Trying, yeah.
But
I think that's the go-to.
But mine's only swayed by the fact that I
Wait,
really
yes.
rate 50 as a person, and
Yeah.
the Game's always boasting about shagging the Kardashians, and
yeah,
for some reason.
No ratings for the Game over here.
Yeah,
No
man.
ratings for the
I do
Game.
think he's sick though. His music's sick.
I think the Game. after the documentary has been kind of overrated. I think Jesus Piece was his last good piece of work. You know the when he done the recent the documentary 1.5.
Yeah.
I didn't really connect with that, but Jesus Piece was the last album. I said, cool, this guy. And
If there was no Dr. Dre, there wouldn't be the game.
Another fact.
Yeah, no.
You want some of Dre's monthly allowance the way you're bigging up his team. Listen, she's trying to get a little shit. What's your favourite album of all time?
This is hard. I have
one.
3. I would
Just
say.
go with one. Just like.
I know for like the last decade.
Okay.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay.
But it's closely followed by Good Kid, Mad City.
That's my favourite of all time.
Of all time?
Yeah.
But I just love like Doggy Style. And I love Illmatic.
You know, you just made yourself a meme. Hells, man. We even arranged the seating plan to avoid these things.
I've never really rated Snoop Dogg.
I
like it when he went no limit though. When he went no limit,
Have you heard Doggy Style?
Of course.
Yeah.
Why?
Of
How
course.
have you not rated him?
But is this never been my type of rapper?
I think he's I rate him as a feature artist.
And stuff is...
Nah,
See,
you see,
Snoop Dogg,
I rate Warren G more as a rapper than Snoop. I'd go to listen to Warren G first, then listen to Snoop first, and that might be weird, but the way Snoop raps, I rate it, but he's just not. I don't know. I just feel like I can't connect to him like, properly. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is.
He's good.
No, he's a legend. He's a legend.
Yeah.
Did you watch the verses though, with DMX and stuff?
Yeah. Like DMX is my guy.
I love DMX.
He's not my guy, but my friends put me onto
But
it.
He had his time.
He looked tired. By
Yeah, he's tired. He was overweight.
Because you know
DMX is DMX, innit?
That
Snoop
energy.
was just dancing the whole time.
Yeah.
Because they done him dirty with the instrumentals because they pick beats that Snoop can just flow on. Whereas DMX, you need a certain sound for him to really do his thing. He comes with that aggression.
Yeah, he ain't got that.
Can't give him a
fit
smooth
enough.
beat.
You're not lyrically fit enough.
Yeah.
So, what's your favourite album of all time?
It's hard for me to say because certain albums suited certain periods of my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but one of my favourite periods of my life was listening to Young Fuck Motivation 101.
Okay.
I was
I used to
getting
love
it in
Young
that time.
Jeezy.
If you know, you know. I was getting it in at that time. That was my thing. Like the CD did not leave my car. That CD.
Saying that motivated,
I used to listen to Young Jeezy in like 2008.
Yeah, round about that time.
That's the time, innit?
My
That
Hood.
was his
I
time.
used to like that song, My Hood. That was
Yeah.
another one I used to like. Do you know what? And I know people sometimes don't like his music, but I really liked Ludacris at one point.
Ludacris
No,
at the time.
he was way
Ludacris
cool.
at this time. I saw him in Vegas, and that's when I realized, raw, this guy got bangers. He was in Dre's.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh, yeah, I remember when you went then.
I was like, raw, like Ludacris got hits on
Yeah,
top
he's
of
got
the
hits.
hits. Like
He's got
he
hits.
done a whole set, and none of the songs I was like, all right, turn this off. Like,
Yeah.
it was Ludacris.
He
He
had
made
his
you
moment.
realize he had the
Yeah.
moment. Kind of like Nelly.
Nelly, yeah,
Like
right
Nelly.
now, same time.
They had their moment. Who is the best? Who's your favorite? Let's not say the best. Who's your favorite UK rapper of all time?
This is hard because I'm not like the most.
Yeah.
I don't listen to UK music loads, but I do like J House. I really like J House.
You know what? That's a very reasonable thing to say. You know, like, people don't give him a lot like the credit.
Yeah.
But that is a very
National
reasonable
treasure. He's a
thing to
national
say.
treasure.
He is a
He's-
national treasure.
J House. No, that's a
J
good.
House. I really like Dave. I
Yeah,
love
quality.
Dave.
Another quality artist. Shout out Dave. Shout out J.
I like Kano as well.
Kano
Kano.
again. These are good names you're throwing at us right now. These are good names you're throwing at us. What are you saying, Lee? Who do you think? Who's your favorite? Like
Mine.
UK.
It's not a bias thing because he's my brother, but Gets is my favourite.
Okay.
But Gets knows the Gets that I like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So is it?
So,
yeah.
He knows that I like the stories that he can drop.
Yeah.
I like the stories. I like a certain type of Gets.
Mhm.
I don't really feel that the type of grime hard Gets, but when it comes to stories and the conscious Gets,
Yeah.
that's my type
That's
of he's my favourite. But when you're saying J House is my guy as well. I like J House. He's different.
For me, I have to keep it, in the ends. It's either Wretch, it's Wretch or Heady, but not new Heady. Not like it has to be back from before, like 2017, 2018 times. And Wretch, I think, is the best lyricist we have. But in this day and age, you're not gonna hear his bars and know what he's saying. You have to rap genius
Yeah.
His lyrics.
His Teacher's
like
Training Day mixtape.
Yeah, that was
dope.
cold. That was
Remember
cold.
the Titans? I like that song.
He's had good albums. I'd say yeah, Wretch. I'm going with Wretch as my favourite UK artist.
He's a lyricist, isn't it?
Alright. Let's wrap this up. What's coming up for you? Because I know you are busy. There's always something popping. Your life's way more interesting than ours.
No, you're always in America.
That don't make it interesting. You know
You're always up at the crack of dawn.
Rising, we don't wake up
We don't
and rise
wake
and
up.
shine.
You know I ain't been
get
seeing that
angry.
lately. You
I
know.
know, man.
What you
Everyone's
saying?
saying,
You
getting onto me.
I've been getting up early.
You got
Where
something to
have you
confess.
been?
No,
You say you're not rising and shining no more.
You know it is. Sometimes, you know, it's since coming out of lockdown, yeah, it's like I need to get back to how life was.
The
like,
routine.
Yeah, the routine and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm back with the routine, but it's like I forget to film and stuff. Like film is not the priority right now, but I'm gonna get back onto
You
it.
need to.
Yeah.
Your
Honestly,
lockdown workouts, I was doing them in the past
Yeah.
all the time.
That was, yeah.
They were
Some
hard
of them
though.
were hard.
That was
Yours
hard.
were
That was hard and
crazy.
long.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
literally
Yeah.
look at yours and like, as if I'm going to do that.
Yeah, that was tough.
Sometimes
That
I would
was
send him a text like to check.
tough. Yeah.
I'd be like, bro. I'd be like, are you sure that this is supposed to be
Yeah.
this? You're like, yeah, you do all of that, and then I'm like,
He
okay.
did workouts that he could do and then assumed
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah,
else
but
is
it's
not.
everyone had time, innit?
I
It takes
saw
you
you
3 hours.
just vlog at one point. I was like, what's going on? Like a massive
No, but you know what? I
vlog.
need to start filming again. I need to start. But you know, I even forget to bring my camera to the gym.
Yeah,
Like, I just,
you know,
it's
when-
getting to the habit
that's what
of
I'm
it.
saying,
Yeah.
it's long. Like in a way, I forget. Like when I'm going to the gym, I'm thinking, have I got my gloves? Have I got my boots? Have I got my wraps?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking, have I got my camera?
Trust me.
That's why I need,
Yeah.
you know, to just keep doing what I'm doing, get a cameraman to sit and follow me
Yeah, you
around,
should.
and then I don't have to think about it because my brain doesn't think. It's
Yeah.
content first.
True.
I just think like what I'm actually doing, and then you got the expert on the far end over there.
I'm literally
That is
like, I'm like,
content.
everything I do, I'm like, content. Think of content. Which is bad because then you're like out trying to have fun and you're just thinking content.
Content.
Yeah.
But that's sick. I wish I had I thought like that more, but it will come. So what were you saying? Is there anything planned in the long run, like for next year, or what's in the works?
Obviously, football season's starting.
Yeah.
So back to doing Premier League stuff. What else? I've just filmed something the other day for like a gaming company.
Nice.
So I'm just trying to. It's weird because of coronavirus, like or COVID. You can speak that because YouTube are weird about it.
Yeah.
Because of lockdown, like everything kind of got postponed or cancelled. So it's just like when it's like you want to be like, I'm going to do this, and this, but you don't know because like it could all shut down again soon. So who knows?
It's true. They're saying second wave.
But it will no.
Fingers crossed. There's no second wave because this first wave was peak.
It
It
will be
was
flu
long.
season. It's flu
Yeah, it's flu season anyway,
There's
that's
going to be
why
a
it's
wave
stupid,
of
yeah.
something. 'Cause there'll be flu season.
A little wave like.
No, not that sort of wave. Like, I wish that was the type of wave that was happening. I ain't been able to do that for a minute. There's been no clubs open. There's been no nothing. It's been peak. But what are you saying, Lee? You're just gonna obviously we do what we do, innit? Just keep working, keep grinding.
Rise
Keep
and
it down.
shine.
Rise and shining, man.
I got my fight November 28th.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
fight. We're prepared for that. And yeah, that's really what I'm doing. See, nothing interesting.
I mean, it's very interesting.
Well, you know, to others, I'm glad they feel that way. To me, it's just business. It just needs to be done.
Business.
And we move on. And yeah, that's it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. It's the first one again, as I have to say. We're actually in the same room. You know what I mean? This is no camera tricks.
Yeah, you're gonna rate it more because we're all in the same room. It is better than a Zoom call. We agree with you. We agree. And we
agree
look at the
with you.
comments. We read the comments.
Listen, if you say the quality is bad, we are not delusional.
Yeah, we're not.
We know we've had some bad quality shows, but at the same time, we're working on it.
We're working.
We're not going to delete them when we get big because it's part of the journey.
Yeah.
We want you to see that it's okay to do things wrong and learn and move forward. You get me? So it's the Real Wars podcast. Like and subscribe. Follow the socials. Follow Els the Witch
On everything.
on everything.
Yeah.
There we go. Love.
Bye.
Bless.